Garrett, can you explain to me what bad faith insurance practices are?
Right. We deal with it all the time, and bad faith insurance relates to and is relevant to when you put in a claim with your own insurance company for like property damage, hail damage to your house, maybe your house has been burglarized, or an underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage claim, either or UIM. So when you make a claim with your own insurance company and they don't pay you, then that's where the area of bad faith can come in. This is different than if you're injured in a car crash and you're trying to deal with the other person's insurance company. What we're talking about here is that you're dealing with your own insurance company and they're supposed to treat you in good faith.
And in this situation, they aren't treating you with good faith because they're delaying and stalling the payments?
Well, that's the beginning part of it. They're delaying it, they're stalling it, they're not telling you why, they have no real reason. They'll give you lame excuses that aren't acceptable to anyone. It's important that if they give you a reason, or if they've delayed payment, you get on them. You start asking, why? Why aren't you making the payment? Why are you making it timely? Remember, these bad faith cases a lot of times deal with whether or not your healthcare providers are getting money, whether or not people are being reimbursed for injuries that you've had. And when they're not getting paid, the next thing you get is you start getting the nagging phone calls, you start getting the collection threats, you start getting healthcare providers turning you over to collection, they start damaging your credit. This is something that should never happen when you have proper insurance coverage for these items. Because this is something where your own insurance company is really damaging you for doing nothing more than having paid the premiums and asking them to honor the contract.
And that's a very important point. You paid your premiums to this insurance company. They underwrote the risk. Now you need them to stand by you. Now you need them to pay your claim. If it's property damage to your house, property damage to your property, car property damage, or if you've been injured and you put in a claim, an uninsured motorist claim, like we've talked about on Hit and Run, or an underinsured motorist claim, there's not enough insurance from the other party to pay you, you put in a claim. They can't unreasonably delay or deny your claim. We always try to say, we got the three Ds, delay, deny, and defend. And a lot of people, that's what they do to it. But they owe you special duties. They'll never explain them to you, but we will.
It's really important. What Gary's saying is really important to understand. This can be your own health insurance company. This is any insurance company that owes you a duty. You entered into a contract. And most of the time when you're coming back to that insurance company, you're in a weakened position than you were even when you went out shopping for their services. Your home's been burned. You've had items destroyed. Somebody's broken into your home and taken things. You've been injured. You're sick. And next thing you know, the very people who are supposed to be standing behind you and are to help you have stopped helping you and are making it so hard for recovery, they expect that you'll wear down.
There's ways to do this. Look, they're supposed to explain the coverages to you. You're not supposed to guess at them. They're supposed to tell you what your coverages are. They're supposed to tell you the amounts. They're required to look for coverage instead of looking for a way to deny your claim. They're supposed to treat your interests and your family's interests equal to their interests. I'm going to repeat that. They are required to treat you and your family's interests equal to their own financial interests. They're supposed to put you on the same playing field. And that's what's required by the bad faith, or as you look at it, good faith laws.
So you're paying your premiums each month on time, but then once you're requesting coverage from that policy, they're not paying you in a timely manner. And you're saying there's remedies for that?
Sure, there's remedies. Let's take an example that you were injured in a hit and run that we've talked about in this virtual injury seminar. And you put in a claim for your injuries. And they say, okay, well, we're going to pay you $2,600 total. You say, well, my medical bills are $9,000. Then you should say, explain to me how you have valued my claim. All elements, all components that we've been talking about in this virtual injury seminar, explain to me, Mr. Insurance Company, how you've done this. And there's other ways to protect your rights as well.
And oh, by the way, while you're explaining, send the $2,600. Because you've already said you owe that. I don't have to accept and give up all my rights because I'm taking that $2,600. send the $2,600, and then explain why you're not paying more. And don't send me one of those special nice waiver and releases where I give up all my rights because I accept the $2,600.
Don't you dare sign these all-encompassing general releases without legal consultation or without you knowing exactly what you're doing.